He knows he's lying. These governments lie. All they do is lie. They don't care about us.
I was just revising at home, doing my exams, assignments from home, so that's all pretty much. That's all I did.
How was that? Was that hard doing your exams and assignments from home?
Well, obviously, like, there's like not enough like sources. Like, for instance, the normal like before lockdown, we were just like in library, like we had resources that we could use. But then at home, there's like a lot of problems, like internet, and like you don't have books that you want to have. So nobody like to support you. Like group of friends, we used to like come together to work together.
And do you know anyone that's been affected directly by corona, or anybody that caught the virus?
Well, yeah, my best friend's father. Yeah, he was in hospital for like a few weeks, and his aunt passed away as well.
Do you come across anyone that doesn't believe in the coronavirus?
Well, not really, but I do hear my friends saying that, oh, my friends, they're saying like, oh, it's not true, it's just a lie and all that. But not personally somebody that would be like close to me who would tell me like, oh, it's a lie and all that. But not really like anybody close to me, but I did hear stories like, oh, it's a lie and all that.
Hi guys, so can you just tell me a bit more about how the coronavirus has affected you?
So we all have to social distance, but it's kind of, it's kind of difficult because we all have to like stay away from our friends, and it's kind of difficult as well.
And you had a birthday, didn't you?
Yeah.
Could you celebrate?
Tiny bit.
What did you do?
I had, usually my family, we get a cake for the birthday person and we let them choose what we're going to have for dinner.
Yeah.
And then they'll get a present or just money.
Did you get a lot of money?
Just £30.
That's still a lot of money. And what year are you in?
I'm in year 11.
So your GCSEs were meant to be this year.
Yeah.
What happened?
So now we're probably going to get predicted grades, or the teacher's going to give us other grades. So I'm kind of nervous because of that. And I don't know what grades I'm going to get.
Our government are too busy thinking about themselves. So I wouldn't even call it a government, to be honest. Especially with their so-called response to the so-called crisis.
What do you think they should have done?
Let everyone get on with what they were doing. If it's simply a case of flu, we get it every year. You have these ridiculous projections, 40, 50, 60, 70 million people who die around the world. It's nonsense. If it's simply the flu, you let it happen. If it's something worse, they should have told us.
So do you think they told us too late?
No, I think they told us lies, quite honestly.
Okay, do you mind elaborating?
This is an exercise in control. It's just a little experiment to see how easy it is to manipulate people. And they were talking about a second wave in March, as if it was definitely going to happen. You can't know that unless the script's already been written.
And of course they're saying we have to take special precaution, keep distances and wear our masks. Do you feel that people are doing that?
No, they're not. I mean, take myself. I go through with it because now we're not going to have access to shops, and I'm just playing the game to suit them. The social distancing, everything.
Being able to work from home, it's been quite beneficial. Being able to get a lot more done, projects are being completed. So for me, there was obviously a lot of negatives, but you take the positives out of the situation. I think not having the social contact with people is quite difficult.
Yeah.
I'd say I've been quite lucky in terms of like the job I do, work in a hospital. So it's been more so going back to the social aspect of things. I don't know if I could like stayed at home and worked and stuff like that. Like I'm quite lucky the fact that we do have that social interaction just on a daily basis. I didn't realise how much of a thing it would be, and just having that, just seeing other people, obviously within like the confines, what we can do, made a huge difference. I mean, because a lot of people, they go, oh yeah, I like the working from home, but you kind of like look at it now, and a lot of people are just going like, they want to have that kind of like expansive, just meeting other people. I think, as you said, social aspect of things has been quite tough. So I've been quite fortunate in that kind of sense.
And you said you were working in a hospital.
Yeah.
That must have been a really stressful environment for you.
I mean, I'd say like just in terms of the pandemic right now, it's intense. But I mean, I'll say in the ward I'm working on, it's not kind of like COVID heavy. So it's more so just like managing the situation as is at the moment, instead of like being kind of like, say, in the trenches in that kind of sense, and having to deal with like the more acute respiratory failure and stuff like that the patients have. So I've been quite fortunate that I haven't been exposed to it fully, but still I'm very much aware of what's going on.
When they eased lockdown, did you feel nervous about leaving?
Yes, I did, because honestly, I didn't check the rates most of the time because I didn't want to be very paranoid and scared. My friend always reminded me of how many numbers we had. So every time she just called me and told me, oh, so this is like the numbers we have now. I'm like, yeah, I don't think we should be going outside. But I mean, I don't want to stay inside either. So.
It's a dilemma, isn't it? Go outside and maybe get infected, or stay home and go crazy.
Exactly. So I figured, yeah, let's just come outside. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Oh, you shouldn't say that.
No.
That's what they say just before a movie and everyone dies. No, definitely. And just, if you could sum up lockdown for me in one word, what would you say? That was three. One word.
I'll say necessary, because we needed to stay indoors to try to reduce the spread of the virus. Did it work? I think so, but
I'm not going to get into the death rates and infection rates. I don't want to depress you. You've come out to have a nice day, so go enjoy your day.
So I work at pharmacy.
Okay.
Pharmacist. So
That must have been really stressful for you.
it has been busy, yeah. I've been having like patients come in with prescriptions and stuff like that.
Yeah. Were people stockpiling paracetamols?
Yeah,
Yeah?
definitely. Hand sanitizers as well.
So have you guys got any stories for me during lockdown? Anything you've seen or anything crazy you've heard about?
I think like the first few days I went shopping. Everyone, I don't know what it was with rice, pasta, beans. Toilet paper was the most craziest thing. I saw people stockpiling like 5 packets. Crazy. And then antibacterial hand gel.
Oh, antibacterial.
Shops were selling it for like £15, the normal small bottle.
Yeah, I went into one shop and they tried to sell it to my mum for 15. I just grabbed my mum and walked out. That's the choice. I'd rather make my own.
Yeah, you know, my mum made her own.
Yeah.
I probably did nothing, by the way, but she made us all one, and she was like, "This will be good." It's like vinegar and orange. Yeah, I know it is thoughtful. She went crazy.
Yeah, I think all our parents all went crazy. I live in a house with 4 sisters, and I've never seen them cook. And then lockdown came, they all wanted to bake. There's no flour, there's no eggs, nothing.
My dad, he came home one day from work and he had money on him. He goes out to me, "I need you to wash this money." I was like to him, "What?" And I said, "It's paper, you're not supposed to wash paper, it doesn't work like that." So no, trust me. And I was like, "I'm not washing it." And then I got up to him and I was like to him jokingly, "You should watch your credit card as well."
Oh my god.
And he goes out, "You know what, yeah, you're right, I need to wash my credit card as well."
At least he cares.
He opened his wallet and he got a few and he took them all out. So I need to wash all of these now. And he put them all in the washing machine, he washed it in the washing machine. Which I thought was
insane. That's down to the WhatsApp and Facebook groups. Like that is 100% down to that.
I took my mom's phone and deleted the app.
Oh, yeah.
You had to. My mum got out of control. You had to.
My dad was like, so my dad works in the hospital. He's seen it. He like understands what's real, what isn't. My mum, she just believes anything she hears.
Can you tell me how the last 4 months of lockdown has been for you?
I had a pretty good time.
Okay, why?
So it got me to focus on organizing my work. I just decided to look at this silver lining in this whole situation. So obviously, my heart goes out to anybody who suffered and passed away as a result. It just got me to slow down and appreciate that, it's good to have people out, but London moves at such a fast pace that people don't really have time for each other. So I got to appreciate this city slowing down a little bit.
A lot of people have said that it's given them a chance to recharge and think about what's important.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you're if you're running at 100 miles per hour, you don't really have time to think about who matters, what matters, are you doing the right thing? Are you heading in the right direction?
You have to queue up for your food. You have to pay by contactless payment most times. You have to wear a face mask everywhere you go. And you're not allowed to stand next to any other human. So all I see is facts. You're not allowed to be human, you're not allowed to stand next to someone. That basically states a fucking fact that you cannot stand in crowds, groups, whatever it was to begin with. That means that people wouldn't have the chance to fucking stand up in anarchy against the bullshit system and government that likes to sniff cocaine, have sex and drugs and parties in parliament. I can go on and on because I've got information on shit I shouldn't know, but anyway, just state the facts. They've admitted themselves. They love their drugs, their cocaine, so that means that technically the world, and for now the UK we live and work is being run by technically drug addicts. There's no other way of disputing that. drug addicts, and in my opinion, most of them are not under the right fit state of mind to fucking be even telling us how to live our lives, and they don't even live their own lives correctly. That's one point. Next point is the fact that how come the police don't wear face masks and they don't stay the fuck away? They don't wear masks. I'm gonna ask the police officer and ask him specifically, how come you don't wear a face mask? How come you still run up on people? And blah, blah, blah. He specifically said to me, because I'll take that risk, blah blah blah. And then I said to him, so you're willing to risk your family's life and your friend and all this shit and your own life for some bullshit that's supposed to be life-threatening and kill every motherfucker? Bullshit. The police officer couldn't even answer me because he knows I'm telling the truth. He knows he's lying. These governments lie. All they do is lie. They don't care about us. We are humans. People on this fucking ground level walking past each other every day of the week. We are humans. We should be saying hello to each other, good morning to each other, fucking helping each other. It's fucking simple. How have I got to spell it out to people on how to be human? You was born. Your mother gave you life and you was born for a reason. And instead of standing and following like sheep, think for yourself, act for yourself, simple as that. And then once you can think for yourself and act for yourself, you can then try to help other people think for themselves and act for themselves. It's that simple.
Thank you.
Be human and love life. And fuck the system. Simple.